can.
It is there even in Bhishma's conversation. It is there in Vishnu Sahasranama. It's the beginning. It is there.
Yes, sir.
So
We can add.
Bhagavad Purana, I think, and even in
How's
Gita,
how?
I feel one which is missing.
Yes, sir. We can add very well. Very well. We can add.
Essence of
Akaram. ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ರಿ ಸರ್. ಭುಜಗಶಯನಂ ಪದ್ಮನಾಭಂ ಸುರೇಶಂ ವಿಶ್ವಾಧಾರಂ ಗಗನಸದೃಶಂ ಮೇಘವರ್ಣಂ ಶುಭಾಂಗಂ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀಕಾಂತಂ ಕಮಲನಯನಂ ಯೋಗಮಾನಗಮ್ಯಂ ವಂದೇ ವಿಷ್ಣು ಭವಭಯಹರಂ ಸರ್ವಲೋಕೈಕನಾಥನಂ. Thank you, sir. That's a very beautiful shloka, actually. Very much relevant to Bhagavad Purana, actually. Yes, very much relevant. So, this Bhagavad Purana is a narration of glories of Vishnu, Mahavishnu, and all avatars, actually. And why we should listen to glories and that. So, Bhagavad Gita, we listen to understand Krishna's teachings and guidelines and how to live and how to get liberated. Actually, ultimately, as we discussed, it is how to get liberated. But many times the person who talks, who is telling our bagge, we must have faith in that person. Only then we can understand. Once we understand, then the mind starts exploring into knowing more about the author. How he can be so knowledgeable, so much of power or so much of potential to understand what a human mind wants. Bhagavad Gita, what human mind wants. When we start reading, we understand, how does he read our mind? Exactly, this is what I wanted. Anta, as we start reading, we understand that. And over a period of time, we want to know more about Krishna. That is one of the ways of understanding him is through Bhagavad Puran, where Krishna is one of the avatar, but is considered to be Purna avatar. But there are many other avatars. And his statement, yada yada hi dharmasya glanir-bhavati bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkrutam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge anta vandu famous. All of you know this. So he actually descends whenever there is a need. Whenever there is a need, he has descended. So what are those needs, and how has Krishna or Parabrahman? Krishna is representative of Parabrahman. Parabrahman is the origin, the cosmic consciousness, Atman, Paramatman, whatever you call. In any of these names you can call, but he descends in human form, which suits that particular age. So to describe that, there is Bhagavad, and this is compiled by Vedavyasa. And what is the importance of that? How it starts is that there is Naimisharanya. It is there near Ayodhya, actually. Naimisharanya. It is in Uttar Pradesh.
Yeah.
There, many sages used to perform. That happened recently. That is after the Dwapara Yuga only, or close to Dwapara Yuga. So that time there are so many sages performing Yaga Yajna before this Kali Yuga, of course, for thousands of years. Their lifespan was very long. So if we believe that there were so many yugas before this Kali Yuga. So at that time when they were performing, they had the intention to protect the generations or future species, human species which were to come, because all of them knew that in Kali Yuga there is going to be there are human beings who will have less intelligence. That is what they have predicted. They had predicted. In fact, they call dumb-witted beings, something human beings who will be in Kali Yuga compared to them. So they thought we must do something for them anta yaga yajna ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಂತೆ. ಮುಂದೆ ಬರುವಂತ ಜನಗಳಿಗೆ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಷನ್ಗೆ. ದೇ ವರ್ ಸೋ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ಲೆಸ್ ಪೀಪಲ್, ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ what is to be done for the general population who are to come. If you remember, Narada also in Satyanarayana Katha, he will go and ask Vishnu, Kaliyugadalli ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟ ಪಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, what can we do ಅಂತ. Then Satyanarayana Katha, like that, Purans are all built up in that way. So ಆವಾಗ they go and ask Shaunaka and other rishis, they go and ask Suta Puranika. Then Suta, they go and ask, what can we do? What are the stories? Tell the glories. Or ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ they have taken a break. At that time, they go and ask Suta Puranika. These are all Suta Puranika antandre, they are Pauranics, they are narrators. So one of them, Suta Puranika, he tells the story of Bhagavad Purana, which has been narrated by many people, many are there. One of them is when Parikshita. Parikshita is the descendant of Pandavaru, Arjunan Mammagan Maga, fourth generation, Parikshita, one of the best rulers. But I will narrate this, Indira and others, just because there are some, let's revise and then go ahead with the thing. So that time, what happens is Parikshita, very, very, very brilliant ruler of this earth. Avanu en martane, when he has gone for hunting, there he sees a Rishi who is sitting there meditating. And Parikshit goes there and he's very tired and thirsty. So he goes and asks him, he wants water, but that Rishi is so much in deep meditation that he forgets Allah. He cannot come out of his meditation. He doesn't know that he has come. Parikshita, entha olle idruno, at that minute he loses his control. And he feels insulted because I am such a great ruler. I am the king of this land and this person is ignoring me. He tries to awaken him, and when he doesn't, he throws a dead snake on his neck. And the Rishi still does not get up. And then Parikshit goes off. Our maganige yaro obru hogi heltare, our maga, avanu 7-year-old, but ಜ್ಞಾನಿ, ಅವನು ನೀರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಟ ಆಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ. He'll be swimming he'll be taking bath and playing on that bank of a river. Somebody goes and tells, look, your father has been insulted by King Parikshit. Then he becomes so angry. How dare he insults my father, who is such a great sage anta. He comes back, and when he observes that, then he curses Parikshit. Within 7 days he will die anta. Ashtottige avar appa kan tegitare, Rishi, and then he says, I have done this. The Rishi feels very bad. He says, this is not the way you have to get angry, because you are going to be a jnani, and jnani has to control anger. Now the only thing, now it's very bad because the king was definitely in need of water, and maybe I committed a mistake anta. The father feels very sad, but he tells, please convey this to him. At least he let him know that he is going to die in 7 days. Parikshit also feels very bad as he is moving back to his palace, and he'll be regretting. In the meanwhile, some of these small young rishis, they come there, and then they convey this message. So they tell him that 7 days you have. So Parikshit doesn't feel bad. He feels very happy. Thank God, I know that I'm going to die after 7 days. Whatever best I can, I will do in these 7 days. Anta, he will be very happy. And then that is what Bhagavad says. In our textbook, it was told that he protects himself in a ceiling, in a very tall tower, and then he gets killed by a Takshak. All that is there. But according to Bhagavad, what it says is what happens in those 7 days. So Parikshit is a very noble, compassionate, efficient ruler. So now he takes a stand and he says, now 7 days I have. Anta, he will go to his palace, he will take off his robes, he'll wear just ordinary dhoti, and he goes to the bank of the river, and he wants to meditate. And he wants to leave his body on that thing without drinking, without eating, nothing. When all the sages come to know about this, including Shukacharya. Shukacharya is a very, very learned person, son of Vedavyasa. He understands, he comes to know, and he, along with all the sages, so many sages come to see Parikshit. Andre ashtu punya madirtana avanu. Legacy also is like that. He is a great grandson of Yudhishthira, Pandavas, Arjunan fame, Bhiman fame, Yudhishthira. Hangagi Parikshita is also well known. moment of anger, and it was destined to be like that, because if he had not gone, we wouldn't have had another saga of Bhagavad Puran. Before also, Maitreya tells Vidura, and there are many. Narada tells, Vyasa has told Shuka, Maitreya has told Vidura, Narada also has told somebody, I don't recollect. So like that it has been told. So now again Shuka comes and tells. Now listen to this. Shuka is a Jnana Margi. Jnana Margi antandre inquiry. There is no God with form and all. They believe in the formless form of God, and they go into that state of Aham Brahmasmi, and actually will be like that. Shuka is a very well-known saint. If you read about him, you will come to know how he was born. There are very interesting stories about Shuka. So now Shuka tells Parikshit Bhagavata for 7 days. Therefore, they usually call it as Bhagavad Saptaha. 7 days they complete. Actually, when Bhagavata is being chanted, when it is being narrated, the narrator and the persons who listen, both are equally benefited, they say. Andre ivaru helodu enadru swargakku you will get liberation, Vishnu will take you, just like Ajamila we have discussed last time. So like that, because it is talking about the superconscious and how he came, and under what circumstances, what were the purpose of, what were the objectives of his avatar. Every time there is a different objective, and every avatar has a hidden meaning also. It is not just that Matsya Avatara will come on a Prithvina mele etkoltane, hangalla adu. Adrolog deeper inherent meaning is also there, which will help in our day-to-day activities also. We must understand this, because yada yada hi dharmasya glanir-bhavati bharata, dharma yaವಾಗ ಇಳಿತದೋ ಅಧರ್ಮ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತದೋ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ another aspect, because we have internally also the fight going on between dharma and adharma. Our selfish, our self-centered mind, which thinks of us, obviously that is a very natural phenomenon, that thinks of protecting ourselves first, which is required, but not beyond a particular proportion. Bari nande na nodkondu hodre asuri bhava agbiಡ್ತದೆ, adharmakku ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ ಅದು. Today also we will see that. So avaga, when at that point of time, if we remember God, or by some way God comes, ಅವತಾರ ಯಾವಾಗ ಅತಿ ಅಹಂಕಾರದಿಂದ ಮೆರೆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ, ಡಮ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದೇನಾದ್ರೂ, we see a trauma in our life. That trauma is actually a blessing, because yada yada hi dharmasya glanir, ahankara andre adharma ಮಾಡಿ ಅಹಂಕಾರದಿಂದ, we would, if that trauma, if that blow was not there in our life, we'll go on doing some kind of things which are not good for our growth. We may not actually kill somebody or murder, not to that an extent, but somehow we will not be doing the things that help us to grow. And God is there for everyone, for everyone. This is how the creation is there, creation or manifestation proceeds. So externally they show that Asura idda, Hiranyakashipu idda, Hiranyaksha idda, and Narsimha came, and Varaha came, like that. So it is true. And when I discussed with my Swamiji also, he said, yes, there is evidence also. Puranas, what they say is true, but that is called a macrocosmos, andre Brahmanda. Internally in our mind is microcosmos. Microcosmos is Pindanda. Whatever is happening within our body also happens outside, or vice versa. So we must understand that these stories, we must relate to our own thinking, our own thoughts. That way I started enjoying Bhagavad Purana, and as I'm mentioning again, I'm not an expert. I'm referring to Swami Tapasyanandaji, and this is my first round of Bhagavad Purana. Whatever I read, whatever I understand, I'm sharing with you. You are free to add. And most importantly, what we do is we select stories and we are going. Now we are in the 6th skanda. So again, in the previous 3rd chapter, they have brought Ajamila. I have discussed Ajamila's story twice. And Shubha, we were discussing about Ajamila. Though he was born in a pious family. Quickly, in 3-4 minutes, we will take and then move to the chapter 4. So what was most important is, recently I heard one lecture by Bannanjay Govindacharya. Keliri Indira? Bannanjay Govindacharya. You must, I am sure you would have heard.
Yes, he is very good.
Very good, sir. ಎಲ್ಲ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಕೇಳ್ರಿ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಏನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಅ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ knowledgeable person he is. Recently spoke, I listened to one of his this thing on Bhagavata only, last Bhagavata Padma Purana anta ಒಂದು ಬರ್ತದೆ. I was just listening because he has a very unique way of relating the Puranas to our day to day. Shubha and I, we were discussing about Ajamila. Shubha, you remember in the end Ajamila was a good person, and then he in between he becomes a very deviated. He deviates from all the good things and he gets into prostitution, eating non-vegetarian, hunting, killing, because he totally he goes down. But in the end, when he falls sick and he remembers Narayana, one of his sons is named as Narayana. Then instead of, when Yama's people also come, Vishnu's assistants also come, and Vishnu's assistants tell, he has chanted Narayana, so you don't take him to Yamaloka. We have come to protect him. They don't take him, they protect him. So Shubha and I were discussing, when he has committed so much of crime, just because he takes Narayana's name, how is it justified that they protect Anta? Actually, what happens is, by that time, he would have started repenting. He would have, later also he repents. Idral baro antadandre, Narayana hesaru, it has just an objectively also it helps ante. Even if you don't have any emotion. So keep chanting Narayana, 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 because chanting Narayana, the word itself protects anta, Bhagavad Purana. But in some place they say, by that time, when he falls sick, he will start repenting. And repentance has a great thing. With it's not only confessing in a box, it is repenting with true feelings. You really repent and do not repeat it. And that's what exactly he does. When Vishnu's people give him continue his life, he recovers, then he leaves that family. He goes to the forest and he comes back to his spiritual life, and then he continues more sadhana, and then he becomes liberated. That is what it says. So that is Ajamila. So what I wanted to stress upon is, as per our philosophy, spiritual, this one, Krishna and the great seers, they say, whether you have committed sin, if you realize and repent, then there is a way out. If you repent, even Ramakrishna Paramahamsara ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, just surrender all my sins in the past, all my sins now, whatever, I am putting it at your feet. Ramakrishna, because Ramakrishna was proved to be an Avatara Purusha in the end. Whatever you believe in, any avatar you believe, Rama, Krishna, just to surrender and repent for the sins. As I told you, the accumulated samskars are there. Accumulated wrongdoing, subconsciously nam reaction accumulate ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. So I am surrendering everything to you. ಪಾಪೋಹಂ ಪಾಪ ಕರ್ಮಾಹಂ ಅಂತೀವಲ್ಲ ಕೊನೆಗೆ, ಪಾಪಾತ್ಮ ಪಾಪ ಸಂಭವ ತ್ರಾಹಿಮಾಂ ಕೃಪೆಯ ದೇವ ಶರಣಾಗತ ವತ್ಸ, ಸರೆಂಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿ, surrender all the sins. So like that he does, and that is the way out. And all the miseries and suffering are our own doing, isn't it? ಕರ್ಮನೆ ಮ್ಯಾಲ್ ಬಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಮಾಡಿದ ಕರ್ಮನೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಎದುರುಗಡೆ ಬಂದು, it will be haunting at us. It's nothing but our own doing. Nobody will intentionally, God will not punish, nobody will punish. ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಕರ್ಮನೆ ನಾವು ಅನುಭವಿಸ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ. But when we chant, they say in Kali Yuga, chanting is the greatest strength it will give. Bhagavad Gita gives us rightful thinking, right perspective. Bhagavata promotes us to keep chanting, keep remembering, keep listening. Listening is another way of upasana. They say there are different ways of remembering God. You can do puja, you can do meditation, you can do chanting, you can do bhajans, and you can listen to Bhagavad stories. And they have told many such nice stories. And even if you say, is it really true? Anta anukondru kuda, it helps, because if you don't do this, then the mind will go elsewhere. Negativity. Adakadru now we should engage the mind in something which is interesting and rightful and not hurting others, no bad thoughts. ಆ ರೀತಿ ಆದ್ರೂ ತಗೊಂಡು ಭಾಗವತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it is quite interesting. Initially I was little apprehensive. As I read and as I heard from Bannanjay Govindacharya, his explanation, interpretation of Bhagavad Purana, beautifully he gives very rational explanation. It's not a fairy tale or something like that. It is believable. It cannot be called as fictitious. Even Sudhamurti has written a small book for children. If you want to believe, you believe, but it is worth reading. She says that, and when you read, you understand. Okay, with that, I come to this Skanda 6, chapter 4. Now, Daksha anta by Dakshan Magalu, Dakshayani, we have heard, no? ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಅದಾಯ್ತು. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಭಾಗವತ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ಅನದರ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ದಕ್ಷ ರೀಬಾರ್ನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ, ಬಟ್ ಪ್ರಚೇತಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಚೀನ ಬರ್ಹಿ ನೆನಪಿದ್ಯಾ? ಇನ್ ದ ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಧ್ರುವನ್ ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಚೀನ ಬರ್ಹಿ ಪ್ರಚೇತಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಪ್ರಚೇತಸ್ ಅವರ ಮಗ ದಕ್ಷ. ಯಾ, ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್, ಇವರು ಪ್ರಾಚೀನ ಬರ್ಹಿ, ಪ್ರಚೇತ ಸನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಾಚೀನ ಬರ್ಹಿ, ಇವರು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟಾಕ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರಚೇತಸ್. ಇವರು 10 people are born to ಪ್ರಾಚೀನ ಬರ್ಹಿ, ಒಬ್ಬ ರಾಜ. ಆ 10 ಕ್ಲೋನ್ಸ್, ಅದು ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಕ್ಲೋನಿಂಗ್ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ, ಆಲ್ 10 will have same name and they act in a group. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ, if you remember, they would have gone and done tapas under the sea for several years ante. They describe actually thousands of years. ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇದು ಇತ್ತು ಆ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ, ಹಂಗಿತ್ತು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈಗ ಅದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, those days, those yugas, they required that much of tapas. Kali Yuga doesn't require ante. Quickly there is liberation only if you chant. That's what people say. Anyways, so they did that, and as they came out, so there is again mention of this, because from there they moved to Daksha, son of Prachetas. So Prachetas galu 10 jana, they do tapas under the sea, ನೀರೊಳಗೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. When they come out, no, after so many years, they see there are all trees grown around them, so much thick forest agbitirtade on the bank, and where they were meditating, no, as they get up, they cannot even see the rays of sun. So they become very angry, furious. Eshtu furious andre, they will just with anger they look and the trees start burning. Ishtondu ollolle gidagalu, great lot of, because thousands of years they have meditated. So thousands of years of trees, and you can imagine how huge they were. And those days, everything was large, you know. Even Krishna was very big. Krishna, Bhima, and all very huge. You can see in somewhere there is one. Some footprints have been found. It's in. They were big. They had huge body. So trees were also very big. ಅದು ಸುಟ್ಟಾಕ್ ಬಿಡ್ತಾರ ಅವ್ರು. ಸುಟ್ಟಾಕಿದ ಕೂಡಲೇ it seems, so these, you just see how you can believe that. You should believe rather, because we are reading Bhagavad. Moon deity comes, Chandradeva. He becomes he takes human form, comes down, and he addresses. He is considered as a devata. So ಅವನು ಬಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ನೀವು ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ತಪಶ್ಚರ್ಯ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ, ಏನಿದು, what is the use of this? See, anger is something now we all have to control. Sit and control ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. And for an ordinary person also we feel how difficult. Your 10,000 years they have done tapas and they show their anger. So Moon Chandradeva ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ that you are supposed to rule. Why you have done tapas? Come out and take charge of the kingdom and rule. And if you are destroying the trees, that means you are not doing your duty properly. You have failed in your duty. Yakandre, very beautifully, some statements are there. I will read that. How the nature is created andre, for the moving, unmoving objects form the food ante. Andre, namage, we are all moving alla. Unmoving adrenu plants. So namage, plants are the food. For creatures moving on feet, those without feet or who walk very slowly, they become the food. For those with feet, namantarige, we are moving, we eat plants. We are moving also, we will eat the non-vegetarian andre henge, koli, hen and all, slowly moving. People eat that, no? Kshatriyarilla tinbodi, anybody can. So that can be a food in natural health. For those with arms, the armless become the food. This is how the nature is arranged. For those with 2 feet, the 4-footed creatures become the food. 4-footed and the animals. So for you, the destruction of forest is an act of wanton annihilation which serves no purpose. Andre, ಊಟ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಯಾ plants na, adu, that also is okay. Or if you eat some small creatures, that also is okay. Burning this is a total spoiling of environment, ecosystem. When you do such things without any purpose, then you are at fault. and he says, try to control your flaming anger. ಅದೇ ಇದು ಪೌರಾಣಿಕರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, even sadhu santro, they can control desires, it seems, but anger control is very, very difficult. If you remember ಶುಕಾಚಾರ್ಯದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರು ಸ್ನಾನ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ he comes out and there is one crow on the tree. He comes out, he takes bath, he comes out and there is one crow which drops its droppings on his body. He becomes so angry. He goes back and he shouts at, I mean, he rather looks and burns that crow. ಅಷ್ಟು ಸಿಟ್ಟು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. How dare you burn? Because ಶುಕಾಚಾರ್ಯದ ಒಂದಂದ್ರೆ he used to talk to trees and animals also. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅದು ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಅಷ್ಟು ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಅಷ್ಟು ಸಿಟ್ಟು ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ವಂತೆ. ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ control of anger is very, very difficult. So he says, control your flaming anger. And ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಗಳು, ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ eyelid, for the eye, eyelids, for women, husbands, for sannyasins, householders, for ignorant, learned, like that. These are all protectors. Now you are the ruler for this land, who should rule and protect everyone, including the trees. So now you have killed the same species which you were supposed to protect. So this is not done. Anta heli, then he says, there is one actually daughter of the trees anta. Ivella little difficult, but ಒಂದು ಅಪ್ಸರೆ ಬಂದಿರ್ತಾಳಲ್ಲಿ in that forest, and she would have had relation with a sage, and they give birth to a girl called Amalocha. ಅಪ್ಸರೆ, she would have come somehow. She would have come that time. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ movement ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, from Swargaloka they keep coming, they move in the garden, and there she meets a sage, and that sage andre they are allowed, they are not sannyasis. So they have relation, and a daughter is born. After that daughter is born, she feels very bad. Where shall I live? Then the trees say, we will protect her, you can leave. And then she goes to Swarga, sage goes on his path. Her name is Amalocha. Amalocha, the Chandradeva says, get married to her and go and get progeny. So they marry Amalocha, and Daksha is born. Daksha is a very, very efficient ruler. Okay, and ಆ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ they keep multiplying. They have high fertility of bringing out hundreds and thousands of children. Daksha marries Amalocha, and he brings a lot of species. He gives birth to different forms ante. Asuras huttarante, devategalu huttarante, for all the three worlds. They describe. Amele adadmele, then he wants to meditate, and his role is to increase the progeny. This has happened long back. Okay, so progeny increase ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. This story is being told by Shuka to Parikshit. Remember that. So this is a narration. So now Daksha says, Daksha meditates. Avaga he meditates on Vishnu, and then Vishnu comes again, and he says, no, I have to increase the progeny and get a good quality progeny who will be sustaining this entire earth anta heli. Then Vishnu will come, appear agi. Then he gives her a girl called Askini. ಅವಳನ್ನ ಮದುವೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು, then again he has another bunch of children. ದಕ್ಷಿಣಗೆ ಅವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ bunch, so many children ಅಂತೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಪೃಥ್ವಿ ಮೇಲೆ, ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ, ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಅರ್ತ್, ಮತ್ತೆ ಮೇಲಿನ ಲೋಕ, ಕೆಳಗಿನ ಲೋಕ, ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕಡೆ. ಅಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹರ್ಯಸ್ವಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಒಂದು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ 1000 children he gets ಅಂತ. ಅವರು ಎಲ್ಲಾರ್ಗು ಬೆಳೆಸಿ, then ಹರ್ಯಸ್ವಸ್, like Prachetas of 10, ಹರ್ಯಸ್ವಸ್ is of 10,000. They all go and again meditate. ಅವ್ರು ಹಿಂಗ ಇನ್ನೇನು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಷ್ಟೊತ್ತರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾರದ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋ ನೀವು, ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್, ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಮ್ಯಾರಿಡ್ ವಿದೌಟ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ದ ಲೈಫ್, ವಾಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಯು ಡೂ ಅಂತ ಈ ಪ್ರಮೋಟ್ಸ್ ದೆಮ್ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಸನ್ಯಾಸ. ಅಷ್ಟೂರು ಹೋಗಿ ದೇ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಸನ್ಯಾಸ ಅಂತ, ದೇ ಲೀವ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇದು. ದೆನ್ ದಕ್ಷ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಅಪ್ಸೆಟ್. ಇವ್ರನ್ನ ನಾನು ಬೆಳೆಸಿದ್ದು, ಹುಡ್ಸಿದ್ದು, ಪ್ರೋಜನಿ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು, ಬೆಳೆಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇವ್ರು ಹೋಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿಗಳಾದ್ರು. ಮತ್ತೆ he will bring out another next another bunch of children. ಆವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಾಜಿನಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಸಬಲಸ್ವಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಅವರು ಹಂಗೆ ಅವರು ಬಂದು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಡ್ಡಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಇನ್ ಮದ್ವೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಮತ್ ನಾರದ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ he deviates them from the samsara and then he puts them there. Then Daksha becomes very angry and he comes and curses Narada. He curses Narada. He says, this is not the way you should do. We are all born to people and Brahma is created so that you all know how Brahma creates everything. We have done that in earlier chapters. So we need to increase. ಅವಾಗ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಪ್ಲಾನಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಇತ್ತದು. ಇಷ್ಟು 10,000 ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಇದು ಫಿಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ವ, ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇರ್ತಿದ್ರು ಜನಗಳು. ಸೊ we are here to bring out good quality of progeny which has to sustain for so many years, you know, and then their children. ಒಂದ್ ಯುಗಕ್ಕಾದ್ರೂ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು. 4 ಯುಗ ಇತ್ತು ಅವಾಗ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆ ತರ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಯು ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಟು ಡೂ ದಿಸ್ ಅಂತ he he says, curses Narada. They have lot of arguments. ಅದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, this is something which we also can. Why is the progeny, what are the types of runa, debts? ದಕ್ಷ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಬರೀ ಸನ್ಯಾಸತ್ವ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿಗಳು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇರ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ, in the society. Majority should perform the work of this earth. So much of work is there to do, no? Who will do that work? Anta, there are so many runas. Adralli avaru 3 ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, but actually ದೇವಋಣ ಒಂದು, ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಹುಟ್ಟಿ ಬಂದದ್ದು, we are all householders, no? We are supposed to pay the debts. What are those? ದೇವಋಣ ಅಂದ್ರೆ gods and goddesses. We have to repay that loan debt which we have taken. ಏನದು ದೇವಋಣ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ವರ್ಷಿಪ್ ದೆಮ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ದೆಮ್, ಗ್ರಾಟಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್. ದೇವಋಣ, we have the devatas are there in the body who are maintaining this body. That is what is assumed in our spiritual this one text. And because we believe that there is a supreme thing, supreme consciousness, prakriti is there, but they have given some names for those energies, you can say. Those energies are nothing but the names of goddesses and gods, you can call. Frequencies, energies, which work in a particular pattern. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಋಣ ತೀರಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ದೇವಋಣ ಥ್ರೂ ಭಕ್ತಿ. ಪಿತೃ ಋಣ, ಈ ಪಿತೃ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜನರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್ ಆನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಫಾದರ್, ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಾದರ್, ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಾದರ್, ಅವರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಬಂದಿವಲ್ಲ. ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕವಾಗಿ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಇಸ್ ಅವರ್ ಗ್ರೇಟ್, ದಟ್ಸ್ ಓಕೆ, ಬಟ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಅಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಬಾಡಿ, ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಶೇರ್ಡ್ ದೇರ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಥ್ರೂ ದೇರ್ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಬಾರ್ನ್. ಪಿತೃ ಋಣ. ಸೊ ಶ್ರಾದ್ದ ಕರ್ಮ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಅವರಿಗೆ ಗ್ರಾಟಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ವಿ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದೇರ್ ವಾಟ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅಸ್. ಸೊ ಪಿತೃ ಋಣ, ಶ್ರಾದ್ದ ಕರ್ಮ ಇಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪಿತೃ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದೇ ಡೈ. ವೆನ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಕೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪಿತೃ ಋಣ. ಮಾತೃ ಋಣ ಇಸ್ ಮದರ್ಸ್ ಡೆಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ನೆವರ್ ಬಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದೆ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ. ತಾಯಿ ಋಣ ಎಂದೆಂದೆಂದೆಂದು ತೀರ್ಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. ದೇವಋಣ, ಪಿತೃ ಋಣ, ಋಷಿ ಋಣ. ಋಷಿ ಋಣ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್, ಋಷಿಗಳು ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದು. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಋಣ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪೇ? ವ್ಯಾಸ, ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಭಾಗವತ, ಮಹಾಭಾರತ ಮತ್ತು ಭಾಗವತ್ ಪುರಾಣ both are written by sage Veda Vyasa. Therefore we are supposed to, how do we repay that runa to the sages or rishis who have taught us all this? We are our teachers also, gurugalu. So we have to study them and pass on the message. How many, I am sure all of you will be discussing Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavad to others also, no? Are you doing that? I am sure you will be doing, ಅಲ್ಲ? ಇಂದಿರಾ, ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಹೇಳ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, ಅಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಒಬ್ರಿಬ್ರಿಗಾದ್ರೂ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೌ.
ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಷ್ಟು, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ
ಹಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಆದ್ರೂ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಓಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಯು ಆಲ್ಸೋ ನೋ as much as I know, as much as there, because you are also quite Bhagavad Gita antu you have done quite a bit more than regularly you are doing. So we can share, or even studying what you are attending classes also is ಋಷಿ ಋಣ. ಲಿಸನಿಂಗ್ ಟು, ಈಗ ವೇದವ್ಯಾಸರು ಮಾಡಿದಾರೆ, ಅದು ಅವ್ರು ಬರ್ದಿರೋದು ಓದೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಋಣನೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಋಣ ತೀರ್ಸೋದು. ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಋಣ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯರು. In what way we can pay, we can serve the other human beings. ಮನುಷ್ಯರಾಗಿ ಬಂದದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ, how do you think ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಋಣ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ we are living with others, no? We co-living. So we have to take care of others. We have to do charity. People who are underprivileged, we have to serve them. ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಋಣ. ಭೂತ ಋಣ is environment. ಭೂತ ಋಣ ಅಂದ್ರೆ take care of the environment around us, the plants, trees, animals. So ದಕ್ಷ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ನಾರದರಿಗೆ, ನೀ ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಸನ್ಯಾಸತ್ವಕ್ಕೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ ಮಾಡೋರು ಯಾರು? ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನು ಹುಟ್ಟಿಸಿದ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ they have to do all this. If they don't do, then they are stuck. They will be reborn again. I don't want. I want them to follow all these methods. Better don't interfere ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಸಿಟ್ಟಿಗೆದ್ದು ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ. Then after that, what happens is, and he curses him, Narada. Narada ಏನ್ ಅನ್ನಲ್ಲ. He'll just tolerate because Narada is a person, he's a sage. So ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ Daksha has 60 daughters are born to him because Sikni, again, she will conceive and they have, and then the progeny goes. I'll not go into details. Now coming to another chapter, and that is where we, it's very, very nice chapter. Suddenly they have gone to, in the 7th chapter, they go to Indra. Now, Indran Lokadolaga, Indra, you know, Indra is the king of all. That is, there is one world there. If you look at, if you believe, then Indra is considered to be a very powerful devata who brings rain, so adella externally. And here he regulates the movement, ಕೈಯೊಳಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. So he is there, Indradev. Once he was sitting in the his darbar with Paulami, his wife ante, and Indra is what? ಸ್ವರ್ಗ ಲೋಕದೊಳಗಂತೂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಸಾಧನೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲಂತೆ. Indra also has a limited life, longer than us, but every yuga, every this thing has one Indra. So he is sitting enjoying all those dances. So adu idu alli Brihaspati bartare. He was sitting with Maruts, Vasus, Rudras, ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರಂತೆ. Brihaspati is a guru of all the devas. Indra is a ruler of devas, and Asurage, Brihaspati is a guru of devas. Shukracharya is a guru of Asuras. So here Brihaspati comes there, and this man is so engrossed in his activities. Andre, he looks at him, but he doesn't get up, he doesn't pay any reverence. Avaga Brihaspati, he will observe, he won't say anything, he will just go. That's how the great people do, I think. They will not shout and all, unless Durvasara matra atra ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು ಅನ್ಕೋತೆ. ಇವರು, he will just slowly, he will disappear. Suddenly Indra realizes, ನಾನು ಏನ್ ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟೆ, why did I insult? He will come to know, ಯಪ್ಪ ನನಗೆ ಅಹಂಕಾರ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತು ಅಂತ. ಹಿಂಗೆ ಆಗೋದು ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಹಿಂಗೆ. We go through a lot of suffering, and then when we get everything, we become amaya. It will overpower, and then we forget what we went through, and that ahankara overpowers. We don't know what we speak, or our body language, or our thoughts. We keep going in a different direction until we get another blow. So now he knows, Brihaspati bandhodru, and I misbehaved. So I must go and apologize anta hogtare, but Brihaspati has vanished. He goes and searches for Brihaspati everywhere. He cannot find him. Then what happens is, now they know. Ee thara adaga, very beautiful, you see. ಈಗ ಇದನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ, ಅಸುರರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ that Indra has become weak. Devas have become weak because ಗುರುವಿನ ಅನುಗ್ರಹ ಇಲ್ಲ. When you don't have Guru's grace or God's grace, then the mind will start going. So we become weak actually. So the Asuras come to know, and they start attacking the Devas. They know now there is no protection in our mind also. If we don't have this kind of protection by our teacher or by our noble thoughts, they themselves protect us actually, noble thoughts and philanthropic andri, Bhagavantan nensudandri, I am not the doer andri, surrender andri, all these are great protection for us. So that is not there andre, Asuri buddhi will overpower. Asuri, there is always a tussle between these two. Always there is a tussle. We must be very, very, very aware, conscious of this, and cautious, and not to slip down. So here they come to know, and they go to they go to Asuras will go and attack the Devas. Devas become very weak, and they approach Brahma, and Brahma says, ನನಗೇನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, you people have insulted, and go to one person called Vishwarupa, who is son of Twashtha, who is a Brahmana. He will guide you. No, Brihaspati is not there, so go and talk to him. Illi, the last aspect is, they go to him, and now that our ಹೆಸರೇನು Twashtha, Vishwarupa, son of Twashtha Rishi, very, very learned person. So ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ, they will fall at his feet, and then they will tell, how do we protect ourselves? This is a great, this one, he gives them what is called Narayana Kavacha anta, very famous. he imparts Narayana Kavacha. Andre, the priests, what do they do? No, they will make you capable, or they'll make you develop that strength. What is that Kavacha ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೇವರ ಹೆಸರುಗಳನ್ನ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. So in that, no, Narayana Kavacha. So I would like to actually chant and then tell the meaning. So ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರು? ನಾರಾಯಣ ಕವಚ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಕವಚ is what? Kavacha is a covering. It's a protection jacket. Kavacha. So when there are evil forces coming to you, so this one you see, my grandson has given this Rudraksha. Namana Rudraksha. It Rudraksha iduk hogitvi. Coimbatore we went. So he put this. He told Aji, you wear this. Why I should wear? It will protect you from evil forces. Somebody has told him, and he also put one, and he gave me also. Ali Adi Yogi mele hakidru. Adun kodtaralli. So he gave his mom, he gave me, he gave one for himself. So like that, Narayana Kavacha. Bari idu hakkondre papa magu adu. This also original Rudraksha. It will repel, no doubt. Much more important is our mind. We have to develop that connect with Narayana. How to do anta ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು. So Vishwarupa tells them, ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ there is description of Sandhya Vandana. Sandhya Vandana ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸಂಧ್ಯಾ ವಂದನ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರೇಯರ್. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂಗನ್ಯಾಸ ಕರಣ್ಯಾಸ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಅಂಗನ್ಯಾಸ ಕರಣ್ಯಾಸ ಅಂದ್ರೆ how you have to sit. I'll not go into those details because I will concentrate more on the shlokas. Like a shloka and recitation is very interesting. So first, when you chant that, no, that Narayana Kavacha, how you have to sit, how you have to purify yourself. That is called this. Andre Sandhya Vandana Brahmanaru ಮಾಡೋದು. ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪುಟ್ಟ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣರು ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲ. Anybody can do. Any Brahmana is any knowledgeable person who's pure at heart, who's seeking that knowledge. Anybody can do. Anybody can do. Anybody can learn. Actually, I went through YouTube. They have described how to do it. Actually, how to do. ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, ಹೆಂಗ್ ಆಚಮನ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಹೆಂಗ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಅಂಗನ್ಯಾಸ ಕರಣ್ಯಾಸ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಇನ್ ಅಂಗನ್ಯಾಸ ಓಂ ನಮೋ ನಾರಾಯಣಾಯ, ಅದನ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಚಮನ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಡಗೈಯಿಂದ ನೀರ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಅದನ್ನ ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಹಿಂಗ್ ಕೈ ತೊಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹಿಂಗ್ ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಇಟ್ ಸಿಂಬಲೈಸಸ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಡಿಪ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ಯೂರ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಗ್ಯಾಂಜಸ್, ಗಂಗಾ ಒಳಗ್ ಸ್ನಾನ ಮಾಡ್ದಂಗ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎನರ್ಜೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಡಿಪ್, ಅದು ಎನರ್ಜೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಡಿಪ್. ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಸ್ನಾನ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಗಂಗಾ ಸ್ನಾನ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಪ್ಯೂರ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ದಟ್ ಮಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಯೂರಿಫೈಯಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ, ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ಲಿ ಗಂಗಾ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಗೋ ಟು ಗಂಗಾ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಸಿಂಬಾಲಿಕಲಿ ಯು ವಾಶ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಆಚಮನ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಿಡೋದು. ಕೇಶವಾಯ ಸ್ವಾಹ, ನಾರಾಯಣ ಸ್ವಾಹ, ಗೋವಿಂದಾಯ ನಮಃ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಕೀಪ್ ಚಾಂಟಿಂಗ್ ವಿಷ್ಣುಸ್ ನೇಮ್ಸ್. ಅದ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ದೆನ್ ದೇ ಡು ಅಂಗನ್ಯಾಸ ಅಂಗನ್ಯಾಸ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಂಗ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಬಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ದೇ ಚಾಂಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಓಂ, ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು, ಓಂ ನಮೋ ನಾರಾಯಣಾಯ. ಈ ಶ್ಲೋಕವನ್ನ ನೀವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಈಚ್ 8 ಅದನ್ನ ಮಂತ್ರ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ, this is one of the method. When I looked into the literature, I need to discuss also before I can actually say, because I am not a Vedic scholar. So he says that Namo Narayana, with fingers you should touch the feet, the knees, the abdomen, the chest, the heart, the face, the head, and this part of a shikha. It is called shikha. Illi hinge Narayana, Om Namo Narayana, Om Namo, they have one particular method helidare. ಅದು ಅಂಗನ್ಯಾಸ ಅಂತ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯು ಇನ್ವೋಕ್ ದ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವಿಷ್ಣು ಇನ್ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಬಾಡಿ. ಅಂಗನ್ಯಾಸ. ಕರಣ್ಯಾಸ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕೈ ಒಳಗುನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ದೇ ಕೀಪ್ ಚಾಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಓಂ ನಮೋ ಭಗವತೆ ವಾಸುದೇವಾಯ. ಅದು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ರುದ್ರಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ತಾಂತ್ರಿಕ್ ಟಾಕ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಮಂತ್ರನೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಟು ಪ್ಯೂರಿಫೈ ಯುವರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ಸ್. ಇದನ್ನ ಅಂಗವನ್ನ ಪ್ಯೂರಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನ್ಯಾಸ ಅಂತ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರಾಣಾಯಾಮ, ಇವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿ ದೆನ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಚಾಂಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಶ್ಲೋಕ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಸೊ 5 ಶ್ಲೋಕ ಹೇಳಿ ಅದ್ರ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಹೇಳಿ. ಇಟ್ ಗೋಸ್ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಲಾಂಗರ್, ಬಟ್ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ವಿ ಕುಡ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದಟ್. ಓಂ ಹರಿರ್ವಿಧನ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಮ ಸರ್ವ ರಕ್ಷಾಂ ನ್ಯಸ್ತಾಂಗ್ರಿ ಪದ್ಮ ಪತಂಗೇಂದ್ರ ಪೃಷ್ಠೆ ದರಾರಿ ಚರ್ಮಾಸಿ ಗದೇಶು ಚಾಪ ಪಾಶಾನ್ ದಧಾನೋಷ್ಟ ಗುಣೋಷ್ಟ ಬಾಹುಃ ಜಲೇಶು ಮಾಂ ರಕ್ಷತು ಮತ್ಸ್ಯ ಮೂರ್ತಿರ್ಯಾದೋ ಗಣೇಭ್ಯೋ ವರುಣಸ್ಯ ಪಾಶಾತ್ ಸ್ಥಳೇಷು ಮಾಯಾವಟು ವಾಮನೋ ವ್ಯಾತ್ ತ್ರಿವಿಕ್ರಮಃ ಖೇವತು ವಿಶ್ವರೂಪಃ ದುರ್ಗೇಶ್ವರ್ತವ್ಯಾಜಿಮುಖಾದಿಷು ಪ್ರಭುಃ ಪಾಯಾನ್ ನೃಸಿಂಹೋ ಸುರಯೂಥ ಪಾರಿಃ ವಿಮುಂಚತೋ ಯಸ್ಯ ಮಹಾಟ್ಟಹಾಸಂ ದಿಶೋ ವಿನೇ ದುರ್ನ್ಯಪತಂಶ್ಚ ಗರ್ಭಾಃ ರಕ್ಷತ್ವಸೌ ಮಾಧ್ವನಿ ಯಜ್ಞಕಲ್ಪಃ ಸ್ವದಂಷ್ಟ್ರಯೋನ್ನಿಧತ್ತಧರೋ ವರಾಹಃ ರಾಮೋದ್ರಿಕೂಟೇಶ್ವಥ ವಿಪ್ರವಾಸೆ ಸ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಣೋ ವ್ಯಾದ್ಭರತಾಗ್ರಜೋಸ್ಮಾನ್ ಮಾಮುಗ್ರಧರ್ಮಾದಖಿಲಾತ್ ಪ್ರಮಾದಾನ್ ನಾರಾಯಣಃ ಪಾತು ನರಶ್ಚ ಹಾಸಾತ್ ದತ್ತಸ್ತ್ವಯೋಗಾದಥ ಯೋಗನಾಥಃ ಪಾಯಾದ್ ಗುಣೇಶಃ ಕಪಿಲಃ ಕರ್ಮಬಂಧಾತ್ ಸನತ್ಕುಮಾರೋವತು ಕಾಮದೇವಾತ್ ಅಯಶೀರ್ಷಾ ಮಾಂ ಪತಿ ದೇವ ಹೇಲನಾತ್ ದೇವರ್ಷಿವರ್ಯಃ ಪುರುಷಾರ್ಚನಾಂತರಾತ್ ಕೂರ್ಮೋ ಹರಿರ್ಮಾಂ ನಿರಯಾದ ಶೇಷಾತ್. So up to these shlokas say, may Hari, who is seated on Garuda, okay, protect us. Details ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ ನಾನು. ಹರಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಹರಿ ಮೇ ಹರಿ ಹೂ ಸೀಟೆಡ್ ಆನ್ ಗರುಡ. ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ 8 ಪವರ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ 8 ವೆಪನ್ಸ್. ನಾವು ಚತುರ್ಬಾಹು ಅಂತಿದ್ವಿ, ಇಲ್ಲ 8 ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಕಾಂಚ್, ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ವಾಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಅರ್ಲಿಯರ್, 4 ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. ಶೀಲ್ಡ್, ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್, ಕಾಂಚ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್. ಶಂಖ, ಚಕ್ರ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಗದಾ ಪದ್ಮ ಇತ್ತು. ಅದಲ್ಲದೆ ಈಗ ಶೀಲ್ಡ್, ಸ್ವರ್ಡ್, ಮೇಸ್, ಆರೋ, ಬೋ, ರೋಪ್ ಎನ್ಶೋರ್ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಷನ್. ಹರಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ ದ ವಾಟರ್ ಹಿ ಮೇ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೀ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಫಿಶ್. ವಾಟರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಮತ್ಸ್ಯಾವತಾರ, ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಅವತಾರಗಳ ಹೆಸರು ಬರ್ತದೆ. ನಾರಾಯಣ ಕವಚ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ವಿಶ್ವರೂಪ ಇಸ್ ಟೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ದೇವತಾಸ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವೆನ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಫೀಲ್ ಲೋ ಆರ್ ವೆನ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಫೀಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಲೆಸ್, ವೆನ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಫೀಲ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಎನಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂಗ್, ಯು ಆರ್ ಲೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಯುವರ್ ಪವರ್, ಈ ಕವಚವನ್ನ ಇದನ್ನ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಹೇಳಿ ಈ ತರ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಪ್ಯೂರಿಫೈ ಆಗಿ ಪ್ರಾಣಾಯಾಮ ಮಾಡಿ, ಅಂಗಾಸನ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕರಣ್ಯಾಸ ಅಂಗನ್ಯಾಸ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಣಾಯಾಮ ಮಾಡಿ ಈ ಶ್ಲೋಕಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ಯು ದಟ್ ಪವರ್. ಇನ್ ಅದರ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್, ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಚಾಂಟಿಂಗ್ ವಿಷ್ಣು ಸಹಸ್ರನಾಮ, ಹೌದಲ್ಲ? ವಿಷ್ಣು ಸಹಸ್ರನಾಮನೂ ಇದೆ, ಲಲಿತಾ ಸಹಸ್ರನಾಮ, ವಿಷ್ಣು. ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಟು ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿಸ್. ಸೊ ಹರಿ ಆಗ್ಲಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಇನ್ ದ ವಾಟರ್ ಮೇ ಹಿ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಫಿಶ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ವರುಣಾಸ್ ವೆಪನ್ಸ್. ವರುಣ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಮುದ್ರ. ಸಮುದ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೀರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದಾಗ, ನೀರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಭವಸಾಗರ, ನೀರು ಸಂಸಾರ ಸಾಗರ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ಸ್ಯಾವತಾರ ಅಂತ ಇದ್ದಂತ ವಿಷ್ಣು. ಲೆಟ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಿ. ದೆನ್ ಹಿ ಸೇಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಲೆಟ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಿ ಆಸ್ ವಾಮನ, ಮಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಡ್ವಾರ್ಫ್, ವಾಮನ ಅವತಾರ ಬಂತಲ್ಲಿ. ಇನ್ ದ ಸ್ಕೈ ಮೇ ಹಿಸ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸ್ ಎನ್ಕಂಪಾಸಿಂಗ್ ತ್ರಿವಿಕ್ರಮ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಲಿ. ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆಟ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಿ ಆಸ್ ನರಸಿಂಹ. ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಂಹನೇ ರಾಜ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಇದೆ. ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? ಕಗ್ಗತ್ತಲು, ಡಾರ್ಕ್ನೆಸ್, ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ವಾಟ್ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್. ಅವಾಗ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಸೋ ಮೆನಿ ಈವಿಲ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನಿಂಗ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ ಆರ್ ಈವಿಲ್ ಥಾಟ್ಸ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್. ಅವಾಗ ನರಸಿಂಹ ನೆನೆಸ್ಬೇಕು. ನರಸಿಂಹ ನೀನ್ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್, ಡೆಸ್ಟ್ರಾಯರ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಸುರ. ವೆನ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲಿಂಗ್ ಮೇ ದ ಡಿವೈನ್ ಬೋರ್, ವರಾಹ ಬಂದು ನನ್ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿ. ವೆನ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲಿಂಗ್, ಹೂಸ್ ಬಾಡಿ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ರಿಫೈಸ್, who lifted the earth on its tusks, isn't it? Varaha protects. Which asura was there when Varaha was there? Anybody? Do you remember? Varaha avataradolu yav asura idda?
Hiranyaksha, ma'am.
Very good. Hiranyaksha, correct. Hiranyaksha. So, and then foreign land, I don't know why, during my journey in foreign lands are unknown lands. Alli Rama, the elder brother of Bharata, along with Lakshmana. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಎನಿಮೀಸ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಬಂದಾಗ ಮೇ ನರ ಸೇವ್ ಮೀ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಪ್ರೈಡ್. ನರ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಅವತಾರ ಕೇಳಿವಲ್ಲ, ನರ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಇಬ್ರು ಇದ್ರು. ಯು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದಟ್? ನರ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಅವತಾರ. ಸೊ ಹರಿ ಆಯ್ತು, ಮತ್ಸ್ಯ ಆಯ್ತು, ವರಾಹ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಏರಿಯಾ ಕೊಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದೊಂದು ಈ ತರ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ವೆರಿ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲಿ ದಿಸ್ ಶ್ಲೋಕಾಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬೀನ್ constructed because they know the human being gets involved in, faces so many challenges. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಹೊರಗಡೆನು ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್, ನದಿ, ನೀರು ಆಯ್ತು. ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ವೈಲ್ ಡೀಲಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ಸ್, ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದೇರ್. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಸಿಂಬಾಲಿಕ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಟ್ರೂ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ಇಸಂಟ್ ಇಟ್? ಸುನಾಮಿ ಬಂತಂದ್ರೆ ವರುಣನ ವೆಪನ್ಸೇ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅದು. ಸುನಾಮಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ಸುನಾಮಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಂದಿ ಸತ್ರು. ಸೊ ಆತರ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ತಾಪತ್ರಯ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ತಾಪತ್ರಯಗಳು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಆದಿ ಭೌತಿಕ, ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ, ಆದಿ ದೈವಿಕ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ he says that ನಾರಾಯಣ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಎನಿಮೀಸ್, ನರ ಸೇಮಿ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಪ್ರೈಡ್, ಮೇ ದತ್ತ. ದತ್ತ ಯಾರು? ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ದತ್ತ? ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ದತ್ತ? ದತ್ತಾವತಾರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು? ದತ್ತಾತ್ರೇಯ. ದತ್ತಾತ್ರೇಯ. Datta, save me from path of yoga. May Kapila, you remember Kapila? He tells his mother, he teaches Sankhya yoga. Yes, very good. Kapila, we have read that, no? Save me from bondage of matter. May Sanat Kumaras, 4 Kumaras, you remember? They save me from Kama anta heltare. So that is about 17th shlokas. Dhanvantarir Bhagavan Patvapathyat द्वन्द्वाद्भयादृषभो निर्जितात्मा यज्ञश्च लोकादवताज्जनान्ताद् बलो गणात् क्रोधवशादहीन्द्रः द्वैपायनो भगवान् प्रबोधात् बुद्धस्तु पाखण्डगणात् प्रमादात् कल्किः कले कालमलात् प्रपातु धर्मावनायोरुकृतावतारः मां केशवो गदया प्रातरव्यात् गोविंद आसंगवमात्तवेणुः नारायणः प्राण उदात्त शक्तिर् मध्यं दिने विष्णुररीन्द्रपाणि देवोपराह्णे मधुहो ग्रधन्वा सायं त्रिधामावतु माधवो मां दोषे ऋषिकेश उतार्धरात्रे निशीथ एको वतु पद्मनाभः श्रीवत्सधामा पररात्र ईशः प्रत्यूष ईशोऽसिधरो जनार्दनः दामोदरो व्यादनुसन्ध्यं प्रभाते विश्वेश्वरो भगवान् कालमूर्तिः चक्रं युगान्तानलतिग्मनेमि भ्रमत्समन्ताद् भगवत्प्रयुक्तं दन्धग्धिदन्धग्ध्यरिसैन्यमाशु कक्षं यथावात सखो हुताशः गदेश निस्पर्शन विस्फुलिङ्गे निष्पिण्ढयजित प्रियासि कूष्माण्डवैनायकक्षरक्षोभूत ಗ್ರಹಾಂಶ್ಚೂರ್ಣಯ ಚೂರ್ಣಯಾರೀನ್. ಸೊ ಈಗ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅವನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದೇನಂದ್ರೆ 18th. ಸೊ ಮೇ ದ ಸನತ್ ಕುಮಾರಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟೋಣ, ಸೇವ್ ಮಿ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಕಾಮ. ಹಯಗ್ರೀವ, ಸೇವ್ ಮಿ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಆಫರಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಸಲ್ಟ್ ಟು ದ ಡಿವೈನಿಟೀಸ್. ದೇವರ್ಷಿ ನಾರದ, is Narada considered as an avatar?
Yes, ma'am. Third, I think. Third or fourth.
Among the 24 avatars he comes. Not in Dashavatara, of course. Yeah. So Narada is there. He says, no, among rishis, I am Naradan. So may Narada safeguard me from showing negligence. Nanu worship ಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಉದಾಸೀನ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ, let Narada save me. ಅಂದ್ರೆ you save me as Narada. Then let Kurmavatara. Where was the Kurmavatara?
In the churning, the battle between Asuras and Devas.
Churning of what?
Ocean.
That
Yes.
mountain.
Milk ocean.
ಸಮುದ್ರ ಮಂಥನ ಒಳಗ ಮಂದಾರ ಪರ್ವತದ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ he goes and supports Kurma. So divine tortoise, save me from conduct leading to hell. Dhanvantri, who is Dhanvantri? He comes from that ocean, no, bringing the Amrita. He brings that Amrita actually, Dhanvantri. Then adu change ಆಗಿ ಮೋಹಿನಿ ಅವತಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. Dhanvantri, protect me from unwholesome food ante. So whenever we are eating any polluted food, may Dhanvantri protect. May Rishabha protect me from senses and the distraction, Indriya Nigraha madlike. Yajna, protect me from criticisms of men. Balabhadra, Balarama is also avatar, attacks of population. Adishesha, from deadly serpents known as Krodhavasas. Krodha can be considered as a serpent only. And Dvaipayana, who is Dvaipayana? Krishna Dvaipayana.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, all answers you are getting, search.
No, I think from you only I got.
No, you are remembering. Krishna Dvaipayana is Vyasa, Veda Vyasa. And he is also considered to be an avatar. Save me from ignorance. May he give me knowledge. May he give me knowledge. May Narada save me from that. Like that, see everything. Kalki, they talk about Buddha. Let Buddha save me from atheism and indolence. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗೋಂಥ ಅವತಾರಗಳು ಅವಾಗ ಇನ್ನೂ ಆಗಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಕಲ್ಕಿ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಧರ್ಮ. ಕೇಶವ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೀ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಮೇಸ್ ಆಟ್ ಪ್ರಾತಃ. ಗೋವಿಂದ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೀ ಇನ್ ದ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ನೂನ್. ನಾರಾಯಣ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೀ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ಫೋರ್ನೂನ್. Vishnu protect me in the again later afternoon, second half of the noon. Madhusudana protect me in the evening. Andre still later, because I have described the entire duration into different aparanha, amele madhyana, prana, ingeno ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಬೇರೆ ಇದೆ time calculation. Madhava protect me in the evening, sayam. Rishikesha protect me in the pradosha, first part of the night. Okay, and then Padmanabha protect me at midnight. Srivat Sankita anta bartade avನು. Srivatsa mark on his chest protect me from again midnight. Janardana protect watch me. Janardana wielding the sword protect me. Damodara protect me during Sandhya. Vishweshwara protect me during the dawn. Sudarshana protect me like the fire of cosmic dissolution, burn up the enemy. And 24th idralli, oh mace. Mace is gada. Now the shloka addresses the weapons of Narayana. Oh mace. So you protect me from your favorite weapon of the Lord emitting fire. Protect me from the impact of thunderbolt. And then he says, pound all the evil forces like Kushmanda, Yakshasa, Rakshasa, ಬರುವಂತ ಕೆಟ್ಟ ಬುದ್ಧಿಗಳು ಅವನನ್ನ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡು ಅಂತ. ತ್ವಂ ಯಾತು ಧಾನ ಪ್ರಮಥೆ ಪ್ರಮಥ ಪ್ರೇತ ಮಾತೃ ಪಿಶಾಚ ವಿಪ್ರಗ್ರಹ ಘೋರ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಂ ಧರೇಂದ್ರ ವಿದ್ರಾವಯ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪೂರಿತೋ ಭೀಮಸ್ವನೋರೆ ಹೃದಯಾನಿ ಕಂಪಯನ್ ತ್ವಂ ಧಾರಾ ಸವಿರಾರಿ ಸೈನ್ಯಂ ಈಶ ಪ್ರಯುಕ್ತೋ ಮಮ ಛಿಂದಿ ಚಕ್ಷುಂಷಿ ಚರ್ಮಚ್ಛತ ಚಂದ್ರ ಛಾದಯ ದ್ವಿಷಾಮ ಘೋನಾಂ ಹರ ಪಾಪ ಚಕ್ಷುಷಾಂ ಯನ್ನೋ ಭಯಂ ಗ್ರೇಹೇಭ್ಯೋ ಭೂತಕೇತುಭ್ಯೋ ನೃಭ್ಯ ಏವ ಚ ಸರೀಸೃಪೇಭ್ಯೋ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಭ್ಯೋ ಭೂತೇಭ್ಯೋ ಹೋಭ್ಯ ಏವ ವಾ ಸರ್ವಾಣ್ಯೇತಾನಿ ಭಗವನ್ನಾಮ ರೂಪಾಸ್ತ್ರ ಕೀರ್ತನಾತ್ ಪ್ರಯಾಂತು ಸಂಕ್ಷಯಂ ಸದ್ಯೋ ಯೇನ ಶ್ರೇಯ ಪ್ರತೀಪಕಾ. ಗರುಡೋ ಭಗವಾನ್ ಸ್ತೋತ್ರಸ್ಥೋ ಭಶ್ಛಂದೋಮಯ ಪ್ರಭು ರಕ್ಷತ್ವಶೇಷ ಕೃಚ್ಛೇಭ್ಯೋ ವಿಶ್ವಕ್ಸೇನ ಸ್ವನಾಮಭಿಃ ಸರ್ವಾಪದ್ಭ್ಯೋ ಹರೇರ್ನಾಮ ರೂಪಯಾನಾಯುಧಾನಿನಃ ಬುದ್ಧೀಂದ್ರಿಯ ಮನಃ ಪ್ರಾಣಾನ್ ಪಾಂತು ಪಾರ್ಷದಭೂಷಣಾಃ ಯಥಾ ಹಿ ಭಗವಾನೇವ ವಸ್ತುತಃ ಸದಸಚ್ಚ ಯತ್ ಸತ್ಯೇನಾನೇನ ನಃ ಸರ್ವೇ ಯಾಂತು ನಾಶಮುಪದ್ರವಾಃ ಯಥೈಕಾತ್ಮ್ಯಾನುಭಾವಾನಾಂ ವಿಕಲ್ಪರಹಿತಃ ಸ್ವಯಂ ಭೂಷಣಾಯುಧಲಿಂಗಾಖ್ಯಾ ದತ್ತೇ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಸ್ವಮಾಯಯಾ ತೇನೈವ ಸತ್ಯಮಾನೇನ ಸರ್ವಜ್ಞೋ ಭಗವಾನ್ ಹರಿಃ ಪಾತು ಸರ್ವೈ ಸ್ವರೂಪೇಣ ಸದಾ ಸರ್ವತ್ರ ಸರ್ವಗಃ ವಿದಿಷು ದಿಕ್ಷೂರ್ಧ್ವಮದ ಸಮತಾತ್ ಅಂತರ್ಬಹಿರ್ಭಗವಾನ್ ನಾರಸಿಂಹಃ ಪ್ರಹಾಪಯಂ ಲೋಕಭಯಂ ಸ್ವನೇನ ಸ್ವತೇಜಸಾಗ್ರಸ್ತ ಸಮಸ್ತ ತೇಜಾಃ. That completes Narayana Kavacha. So he says, whatever brings, ಈಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅವನು ಓ ಪಾಂಚಜನ್ಯ, the conch of Narayana, frighten away all the evil influences. O sword ಹೆಸರು ನಂದಕ, cut into pieces my enemies. Enemies ಅಂದ್ರೆ negative thoughts again. And anything that causes fears, the planets, comets, serpents, fear ಬರ್ತದ. planets, ಈ ಅಸ್ಟ್ರಾಲಜಿ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ರಾಹು ಕೇತು ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, we cannot ignore ಅಲ್ಲ. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಗ್ರಹಗಳು, external influences also matter in our thoughts. Those frequencies, they do disturb, whether you believe or not. There is an external influence apart from our own internal thoughts which are likely to affect our thinking. So he says, let it be killed by they all be disturbed by your name, form and weapons. And Garuda, all powerful embodiment of Veda, by Sam chants, protect us. Vishwaksena, protect us. Hari's name, let it protect. Anta ಹೇಳ್ತಾ then it is, if it is truth, actually ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗೋ ಶ್ಲೋಕಗಳು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, Krishna or Vishnu is there everywhere. If he is there everywhere, a bhakta sees him in a form. And form ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ, ನಿನ್ ಹೆಸರದು, ನಿನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು, ಈ ಹೆಸರಿನ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ ಹಿಂಗಿದೆ, ನಾರಾಯಣ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ, ಕೇಶವ, every word has, every name has a meaning. Okay, we have another session on that. ಕೇಶವ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನಾರಾಯಣ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು, ಗೋವಿಂದ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು, every word, every name of Vishnu has its meaning. So in that form he protects like this, in this avatar he protects like this. And since you are supposed to be everywhere, wherever I go you should protect me anta it concludes. And then in the end they say, may Lord as Narasimha protect us above, below, around, on all four sides, all four corners, within and without, drive away all causes of fear by his roars, and extinguishing the powers of all others by his unmatched power anta heli they conclude. So that concludes the Narayana Kavach. I took time because at least listening and chanting will give us some kind of, what I should say, awareness also, and some soothing. It has its power, chanting the Narayana's name. So that completes chapter 7. So now Indra, through Indra, no, Bhagavata has taught us this Narayana Kavacha. So sometime back, no, just give me 1 minute. Someone just Narayana Kavacha andre, sometime back, no, somebody had, my mother only, she was very old and she used to ask me, ಕೆಲವೊಬ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ she used to have fear, how to face it anta. Then I don't know, I used, one second.
Pratibha, you have muted yourself.
Yeah, madam, just 2 minutes, I'll come.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, so what I was saying, yeah, so Kavacha andre, that protection, no, Karnag ಒಂದ್ ಕವಚ ಇತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಹುಟ್ಟ ಇತ್ತು, it protected him from the arrows and all. Like that, when we step out of the house, we have to have this protection by God's name. That means, as we said, it will protect, it will objectively, Bhagavad herodu andre, if you have that much of bhakti and chant the name, that will have very strong protection. It will have its own vibrations that will dispel all the evil forces. And with that kavacha, we should face the world. So ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಕವಚ ಅವ್ರು ಯಾತಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, that Vishwarupa, go with this kavacha, chant this, do this, that has the power. Andre, we all have that power within us. To invoke that, we should do chanting. And these are some of the methods of chanting, just like, as we said, Vishnu Sahasranama, Gayatri Mantra. Ivella now, if we practice, then that will definitely be good protection for us to face the world. So with that, I conclude today's session. Anything you want to add? Bhagavata is basically bhakti marga, purti bhakti alli, surrender bhakti, and with japa, chanting, singing, ee tara irutte. And one more thing before I conclude, next time I will sing. Today little bit I am in this thing. One Shankaracharya bardadu ondu idu ide. Next time we will chant that. ನ ಜಾನಾಮಿ ದಾನಂ ನ ಚ ರಾಜಯೋಗಂ ನ ಜಾನಾಮಿ ಶ್ಲೋಕಂ ಮಂತ್ರಂ ಗತಿಸ್ತ್ವಂ ತ್ವಮೇಕಾ ಭವಾನಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಹೌ ಟು ಸಿಂಗ್, ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ವಾಟ್ ಮಂತ್ರ ಐ ಶುಡ್ ಚಾಂಟ್, ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್, ಐ ಸರೆಂಡರ್ ಟು ಯು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟ್ಯೂನ್ಡ್ ಟು ಲರ್ನ್ ಮಂತ್ರಾಸ್. ಎನಿ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ್. ಇವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ್ ಬರ್ತಿತ್ತು ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ, ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಮಂದಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಡಸಂಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಎಟ್ ಆಲ್, ಇಟ್ ಡಸಂಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್, ದಟ್ ಸರೆಂಡರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇದು ನಾರಾಯಣ ಕವಚನು ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅನ್ಲಿಕ್ ಬರ್ದೇ ಹೋದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಲೇ ಇಟ್. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಲೇ ಇಟ್, ಆರ್ ವಿಷ್ಣು ಸಹಸ್ರನಾಮ. Just play it and surrender. That is more than enough. Listening also is as good as chanting, because if we are not good enough to pronounce the words, doesn't matter. What matters is our mind mental surrender. So that is preached by Bhagavad. Yeah, with that, anybody has anything to add? Joshi sir, enadru heltira sir? Anything you want to say, sir?
ಇಲ್ಲ madam.
Anything is very
New for me.
Yeah.
okay, sir.
Very keen on listening to this.
Listening, yes.
The
I
only
will.
thing, it is all slokas, Sanskrit slokas, I think.
Usually I don't chant here like Bhagavad Gita. Here I only because of this particular thing I chanted. Otherwise I only tell the summary, sir.
Commentary.
Commentaries only, yeah. No, we don't, because it is very long, sir. If chant ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಹೋದ್ರೆ it takes lot of time, and